Well, hello everybody and happy Saturday night. It's time for date night with Lisa. Obviously, since I'm here live on Saturday night, I don't have a date. So you guys are going to be my dates for tonight. So hopefully we'll have a bunch of people join in the next couple minutes. And I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful card, which I just made about an hour ago because I didn't really have a card to do for date night tonight because I was hoping I would have a date, but I started digging through my stuff and I'm like, I gotta come up with a card really quick. And so this is a quick and easy card. Oh, and I think I forgot to say, this is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com. And let me just get my computer going, make sure I'm on, not looking at the ceiling, and which is what I did the other day. And that was really fun. Oh no, it looks like my computer is having internet issues a little bit. We just had a huge storm come through. Hey, Deborah. We just had a big storm come through a couple of hours ago, and my internet's been kind of slow. So hopefully this video is gonna work. I don't have any other choice because I don't have any other any other internet to use. But let me show you what we're using. So this is the True Love designer paper, which is in the Spring Mini catalog, which until a few days ago I thought ended in 2 days. I thought it went through the end of May, and I just found out it goes through the end of June. So I haven't even been using anything in this because I thought it was all retiring this month. But we have another whole month, and exciting news, there's a big sale coming up in a few days. Starting on the 1st, we're going to have the retired list come out for this, and a lot of things are half off or almost half off, so up to 50% off. So I'll be posting that. And what we're using in here is my favorite. Well, I can't say my favorite because now the Expressions in Ink paper is my favorite, but this is probably my second favorite. The True Love Designer Paper Designer Series paper on page 11. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. And we're also using Many Messages, which is the big giant stamp. It's one stamp, one die, punches it all out at the same, or cuts it all out at the same time. And those are both in the Spring Mini, which is available for one more month. And also, this is what it looks like. So it's one big stamp, just like this. You stamp it. The best way to do it is with the Stamparatus, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I've done a couple videos with it before, but it's always good to get a refresher. The die goes on top of it after you do it and punch it out, cut it all out, cuts it all out at one time. So we'll be doing that in just a minute. Here's the True Love designer paper. Hey, Chris. Hey, Michelle. Thank you. This is the paper that I'm using, this piece of it. All the paper in the whole pack is black and white, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So you've got all different kinds. You've got these little teeny flowers, and that's the back of that. Some little daisies. That's the back of that one. This is the one we're using. And oh, no, it's not. That's a different one. So this one, which is really pretty. Those look like roses. That's the daisy one again. This one, which is one of my favorite ones. I've done a couple cards with that paper. And then we've got this one. This is a really good one for using the blending brushes. And then I think it's more of the same. I've got like a pack and a half in here. So this is the piece that we're using. And what I did was I cut out a 3-pack of the flowers. And there's several of them on there. You've got one here, one there, and I've already cut a couple out. And then a pair of the flowers. So one of these and one of these. So the 2 and the 3 flowers together. So you're going to cut those out, which I kind of did ahead of time. I cut this whole thing out, and then I cut most of this one out. I was running out of time. We're also using the Brick and Mortar 3D Embossing Folder. And that's a new thing. And I wanted to show you a few things before we get started. This was a card I got in the mail today from my new friend Mary Lee Mager. I think it's Mager or Major, and I'm not sure how you say her name. She lives in Oregon, and I don't know if you guys remember me talking about the ice cream the other day, the Tillamook, I don't know how you say it, ice cream. She lives right near that, and so she had posted a comment and told me about that, and so she won that card. And she sent me this one in the mail, which I thought was so sweet. And I have not gotten this set yet. I just ordered it the other day. And I didn't even realize when I looked at the stamp set in the catalog. Hey, Diane. Can't find my catalog. Uh-oh. I'll give you another one, Deborah, if you can't find it. All right, so this is the stamp set that this card goes with. And you look at the stamp set, and it just really didn't do much for me. But if you look at the dies, and I know you probably can't see them right here, the dies that go with this are beautiful. And that's kind of what sold me on getting that bundle. Well, you can't really see it here either. But you get this seahorse and this like angelfish, and then this seaweed, or I don't know what that is, coral maybe, coral, and some fish. So the dies that go with this are really, really pretty. So I wanted to show that to you. And Merely, thank you so much for that card. That was just so sweet. I just am so thankful that you sent me that, because that just brightened my whole day up. All right, and then I've got some winners. So we've got Lori Vissers. You won this card from the other day. So just send me your email and I will send you that card. Robin Steyer, you won this one, and I still haven't heard from you, so make sure you send me that one. And then also the winner of the stamp set is Susan Feliciano Pacheco. Not sure how to say that. You won the stamp set. So send me your address and I will send you this stamp set. And then I've got another giveaway. So here you go. One more giveaway. I'm going to try and do one every Saturday. This is the stamp set I'm giving away today. I'll be giving it away next Saturday. So you can leave a comment all week or place an order. You get bonus points for doing the orders. And it's a brand new stamp set. It's I think this was the one that was in Celebration Host set. So if you did not get that one and you want a chance to win it, just leave a comment or place an order. And I'll be giving that away next week. All right, so let's get started. These are the products, paper products you need. 5.5 by 7 white, and then a 5.5 by 8.5 white, and a 5 by 3 3/4 fresh freesia, and a piece of ribbon, the fresh freesia ribbon, which is 7 inches, and then those pieces of the flowers that I told you to cut out. So we're going to go ahead and sponge these, or not sponge them, but color them, and then I'm going to finish cutting this one. Actually, I think I'm going to cut it out first. That might be easier. I don't know. I think it's easier to color it before you cut it out. But all right, so let's get some scrap paper and get started. So these are for the card. This piece is actually for the many messages die. So we're going to be using that in just a few minutes. All right, so what you're going to do to color these is use the Stampin' Blends for the leaves and the Fresh Freesia ink for the flower. And at first I did it with a Stampin' Blend. So I took the Stampin' Blend, dipped it in here, and sponged it. But I wasn't getting it as dark as I wanted it. So I decided to switch to the sponge daubers. So we're just going to put a little bit of color here, starting in the middle and kind of working our way out. And it'll just get lighter on the outside edges. And if you go over top of a leaf, it's no big deal, because leaves are going to be colored with the Stampin' Blends, and they're darker anyway. So you can just get the center as dark as you want, and I just like to let it lighten up as it goes out. So I told you a minute ago we got rain here today, which was exciting because, you know, we've had like almost a month without rain, and it was starting to be like drought conditions. It was really crazy. Everybody's yard was just brown, and I was worried my plants were all going to die that I just planted a couple weeks ago. So we got this humongous storm today, and the temperature dropped, and now it's really kind of chilly outside. So we went from like 90 degrees to 60s just in one day. All right, so that looks pretty good. And there you go. All right, then we're going to do the leaves. And for the leaves, I've got the light and the dark soft succulent. Hey, Sharon. So I'm going to start with the light one and just go around and color all the leaves in. I'm not going to be really like perfect because I'm going to go back over it in just a minute after I do the dark one here. But I just wanted to get some light for the background. Okay, so there's all the leaves. Oops, I forgot this one too. So do all these leaves. And then I'm going to go back with the darker one and just highlight a little bit on there. Oh, sometimes these things are hard to open. All right, so just put a little bit of the darker one kind of on those black lines just to give it a little bit of shading. We were so busy at work today. I'll tell you, one of the things that, I work at an urgent care center, and we get a lot of injuries coming in. And I can tell you the probably biggest or most popular injury we have is somebody cutting their fingers, cooking and stuff. And I can tell you the most dangerous item in your entire kitchen is not a knife. It is a mandolin. We have so many people come in with those those mandolin things that you like slice and dice and everything. You just it has like a round thing on the top, but people don't use that a lot of times. So say you want to slice a cucumber or something like that, and you just start going, and then all of a sudden your tip of your finger comes right off. Those things are so dangerous. If you have one in your house, you need to throw it in the trash. I'm telling you, it's crazy how many people get hurt with that. I mean, it's just, every time somebody comes in, I'm just like, yeah. I could have told you, don't have one. and it just is going to take you cutting your finger off to realize that. So if you have one of those, I'm telling you, get rid of it. I threw mine away. After I saw so many people coming in with injuries, I'm like, okay, one of these days it's going to be me. So I threw it away. Because I had one, and I barely ever used it, but I said, knowing me as klutzy as I am sometimes, I'd be doing that, and I'd be here by myself and have to call an ambulance or something. That's the bad thing about being single. It's like if something happens, you don't ever have anybody just to like take you somewhere. You have to call an ambulance. I mean, I do have friends, but some of them don't live too close. And now that I moved kind of out into the country of Chesapeake, it's even harder. I used to live like 2 seconds from the hospital, but now it's more like 20 minutes. All right, so there we go. We colored all the leaves and all the flowers. All right, so now let me show you what I did with this. So I took my piece of fresh freesia and I ran it through the embossing folder, which I just had a second ago. Oh, here it is. Oh, I dropped it on the floor. All right, so you're going to put it through here, and it's got a line on there to show you how it's straight, so you can kind of see that through here. So just line it up with that line, put it inside, run it through your die cutting and embossing machine, and then when it comes out, it looks like this. But what I wanted to do was pop it up. So I took the white, oops, I still need my scrap paper. I took the white craft pad, and you probably could just go across it like this, but I took the sponge dauber and just colored it to make those bricks pop out. So if you guys are friends with me on Facebook, you know I did this to my own fireplace. So my original fireplace in this house when I moved in last year was kind of like red bricks. It was like red, orange, black, blue, just all these 70s, 80s kind of colors. And I hated it. So my friend Melissa said, well, why don't we just paint it? And I was like, what? Can you paint a fireplace? I don't know. So we looked it up on Pinterest and stuff and found out how to do it. And basically you just take white paint and water it down a little bit and then kind of sponge it all over. And you just whitewash the bricks. So that's what I'm doing here. And it just makes them really pop out. Thanks, Darren. So, anybody doing anything fun for Memorial Day weekend? It's going to rain here. I swear every single Memorial Day weekend it rains. I should have known it was going to rain because it does for some reason every year on Memorial Day weekend. Without fail. All right, so you can put as much or as little as you want. So now we've got all that white on there, so it looks so pretty. So it makes a huge difference to make it pop out like that. All right, so then we're going to put this with our ribbon. And it takes a few minutes for this to dry. It's a little bit tacky. but I can still put the ribbon on top. I have to work all weekend, but the good thing is when we work on holidays, we get double time plus holiday pay. So on Monday, I'll get paid for working, and then also I get paid double time for the hours that I work. So it's kind of like almost getting triple time, which is really, really good because I need the money now that I had to pay all the money in taxes. So that always helps. So I always volunteer to work the holidays because I don't really do much. All right, so we're gonna put this down on the white. And I did cut this smaller because I wanted to have some white in the background for the leaves to hang over. And because I liked the way that looked with the leaves hanging over the edge like that. All right, so it's almost dry. Not quite, but that's okay. I'm gonna finish cutting this out real quick. And then I'm gonna show you how to use the mini messages stamp. I wanna call it a stamp set, but it's not a stamp set, it's just a stamp. So I got my box from Stampin' Up. I earned the trip to Hawaii last year thanks to all my wonderful customers, and I didn't go. I cashed it out because we had to decide by back last year, and it was like the end of October, and you had to decide if you were going to go or not, and I had no idea what was going to happen with COVID and all that stuff, so I decided not to go. And then, of course, COVID kind of lightened up and has almost gone away now. But the trip was last week. But if you didn't go, you got some cash out for it. Not what it was worth, but, you know, you did get something. And then they also send you the pillow gifts. So I just got my box full of the pillow gifts, which are the gifts that Stampin' Up! Gives you every night when you go back to your room after dinner. And there's just the cutest things in there. I should have brought it in here and showed you guys. I'll do that maybe next time. All right, so we're going to put this down on here with dimensionals. Nobody's answering. Nobody's doing anything for Memorial Day weekend. It's supposed to rain, so I guess all the cookouts are probably going to be canceled. The good news is I was going to try and go strawberry picking one more time, but I was worried everybody would, the strawberries are kind of going to the end right now. It's like a few days left. And I was worried everybody's going to pick them all this weekend, but now since it's raining, maybe there'll be some left on Tuesday by the time I get another day off. So I put a whole bunch of dimensionals in here. You can also use the foam dimensional sheets if you want, the ones that come like in a big piece. It'd probably be easier, but I didn't want to go get those out. So we're just using dimensionals. Oh, Sharon's pet sitting. I don't do that. I don't have any pets. And I'm allergic to cats. I used to have a dog. He was a really good dog too, but he died a while back. All right, so this one, oh, this is actually the opposite of this one. Okay. So this one, it's a three piece one, but it's a different shape. So we're just going to work that around. Let's see. That's totally going to be different than the last one, so we'll just put it kind of upside down, or else the flowers will be upside down. Yeah, I should have made sure I had the right one before I did this, huh? I thought they were all the same because they were 3 flowers. Oops, that's a little bit off the page, so we'll just put it up a little bit higher. Oh, can't do that either, so we're gonna have to tilt it. Okay. So note to self, make sure I check this before I do this video. I could have sworn all these 3 flower pieces were the same, but evidently some of them are going opposite directions. But that is okay. We will still have a beautiful card. So if you make this one, double check you got the flowers going the right way. Let's see. This one is the right one, but that's okay. All right, so we want to put this, let's see, kind of overlapping it a little bit. So we'll put it like right there. All right, so then for the words, what I did, oh, let me finish the ribbon. So let's put a little piece of ribbon over here. We're just gonna have to have shorter words this time because it won't fit on here. Okay. There we go. Oh, so anyway, I was talking about strawberries. So now, by Tuesday, when I get a day off, I can probably go strawberry picking, and they'll have some left because they were posting pictures that they still have a bunch of strawberries left. So I'm really excited because I wanted to make one more batch of jam. So I bought the stuff to make it. All right, so what you're going to do is ink this up. Oops. So I've got my black Memento ink pad. And I have my tape underneath this. You want to put something underneath it so it's flat. And then just ink it up really good. Sometimes I like to twist it on there a little bit, kind of rub it, and then tap it. Make sure it's really good and inked. But if it's not, no big deal because you got your Stamparatus. So you can fix it. All right, so we're going to put the paper in here right up to the edge. Take that one out. And then make sure everything's up against the edge. Oh, shoot. I forgot. One of my friends and customers who's watching this made me a thing for this, and I forgot to bring it in here with me. Dang it. All right, so she made me one of those Chucky things that you just rub over here, and it does a great job, and I just totally forgot to bring it. And I meant to. So thanks, Deborah, for making that. Next time I'll remember. All right, so hopefully this came out and came out perfect. All right, so then keep a piece of scrap paper in there so you don't mess your pad up. So then what you do is just put this right on top and you line up the hearts and the stars. And when you have it perfectly lined up, then you put your tape on there, run it through the die cutting machine, and then when you get done, you get a whole ton of words. So this is probably like 3 sets of them. So let's find one. What I love is you can keep this on your table, and then when you need something, you just go through and pick out one. So we need one shorter than the one we had, which was this one. So it still looks beautiful, but I need a short one. So maybe we could do, that one is too big. Okay. How about, let's see. That one looks good. Or I have a thank you one. Or we could put it up a little bit higher. No, I think it looks good down at the bottom. Or let's see, we got happy anniversary. Nope. Oh, here's a little one. They're all stuck down at the bottom. Okay, we got congratulations. That would look good. All right. I think we'll go with that one. Or happy anniversary. There's so many to pick from. It's so hard. Aw, sending happy thoughts. That's cute. I like that little one. I don't know if that's too little though. Oops. Yeah, I think it's too little. Let's do congratulations. Okay. Oh, we could do both of these. Congratulations and... No, I don't like that. I think I like this one better. All right. I'm too wishy-washy today, I know. All right. So we're going to put the dimensionals on the back of that. All right. And then put that on the bottom. Then we're going to do a little bit of Wink of Stella. So I got my Wink of Stella here, and we're going to add a little bit to the center of the flowers. And, you know, I still didn't go back to Chick-fil-A this week to get my frosty lemonade. And tomorrow's Sunday, of course. I should have done it today, but it was pouring down rain. When I got out of work, we had a storm, came through, and I thought it was done. And then I was getting ready to get off, and like 10 minutes before I got off, it started pouring down rain again. So I got soaking wet. And then by the time I got home, it stopped right when I turned into my neighborhood. So I was okay getting home, but I was sopping wet when I came in. All right, so there you go. 2 cards, pretty easy. The hardest part about doing this is cutting these flowers out. But I love the way they're just popped up off the page like that. So I thought this was really pretty. and I hope you like it too. And don't forget, this paper is only available for until supplies last. So it's supposed to be 1 more month, but if they sell out, they sell out. So if you love this paper like I do, I bought 3 packs. So I didn't want it to just go away. I had to get some before it was gone. So make sure you order that. You can always place an order with me right here, stampingwithlisa.com. Here's the host code, and make sure you look for my name on there, Lisa Freeman, because there's several Lisas that have similar websites. So I think the link is in my, yeah, it is, in my description box on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, check that out. And you guys have a great day, and I will, or great night, I guess, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.